The Mothman, did a winged creature predict the Silver Bridge disaster? On the night of November 15, 1966, two young married couples, Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Mallette, were driving near an abandoned World War II munitions plant outside Point Pleasant, West Virginia, known locally as the TNT area. Their headlights illuminated something standing near the road. It was approximately 2 meters tall, humanoid, with large wings folded against its back and two large, glowing red eyes. As they drove away, the creature unfurled its wings and followed their car at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour, all the way back to town. The Scarberrys and Mallettes reported the encounter to authorities. A deputy sheriff who investigated reported finding no creature but described the witnesses as genuinely frightened. Over the following days and weeks, additional reports came in. A contractor named Newell Partridge had his television scramble with interference and his dog rush outside, only to find it dead the next morning, drained of blood. A woman named Marcella Bennett encountered the creature with her baby daughter in her arms near the TNT area and fainted from fear. The reports multiplied. The name Mothman was coined by a Cincinnati newspaper headline writer and stuck. The creature described across the many reports was remarkably consistent. Around 6 feet tall, dark gray or black, with enormous wings like a bat or an owl, no visible neck, and red eyes that glowed in the dark. Several witnesses described the eyes as hypnotic, that looking into them produced an overwhelming feeling of dread. No wings were described as actively flapping in most accounts. The creature appeared to glide or float. It was seen both on the ground and in the air. In the same period, Point Pleasant residents also reported encounters with men in black, strange individuals who visited Mothman witnesses and advised them not to talk about their experiences. A woman named Mary Heyer, a journalist who was collecting Mothman reports, described visits from a short man with long black hair and strangely shaped eyes who questioned her extensively and then seemed confused by the existence of a pen. The MIB reports added a second layer of paranormal activity to the already extraordinary events in Point Pleasant. On December 15, 1967, the Silver Bridge, a suspension bridge spanning the Ohio River at Point Pleasant, collapsed during evening rush hour, sending dozens of vehicles into the river. 46 people died, making it one of the deadliest bridge disasters in American history. The Mothman sightings immediately ceased after the collapse. Witnesses subsequently recalled seeing the creature on or near the bridge in the weeks before the disaster. The apparent connection between the Mothman appearances and the collapse transformed the story from a monster sighting into something more troubling. John Keel, a journalist and researcher who spent time in Point Pleasant during the Mothman period, wrote a 1975 book called The Mothman Prophecies that proposed the creature was a paranormal entity that appeared as a harbinger of disaster. Keel was not arguing for a literal monster. He was proposing something stranger, that certain events produce psychic or paranormal disturbances that manifest as unusual experiences for the people in their vicinity. The Mothman, on this reading, was not the cause of the disaster, but a symptom of something in the reality of Point Pleasant that preceded it. The scientific explanation most commonly proposed is the sandhill crane or the barn owl. Both can appear large at night, have reflective eyes that glow in headlights, and make sounds that humans find disturbing. The wingspan of a sandhill crane can exceed 2 meters. Seen unexpectedly at night, with eyes reflecting the headlights, a large bird could produce a frightening impression. The problem with this explanation is that Point Pleasant is not in the range of the sandhill crane, and none of the witnesses described anything resembling a bird's proportions. The Mothman was consistently described as humanoid with wings, not bird-like with a human shape. Point Pleasant has embraced the Mothman. There is a museum, a statue, and an annual festival that draws tens of thousands of visitors. The legend has become central to the town's identity. Mothman sightings continue to be reported nationally. A cluster of sightings in Chicago in 2017 received significant media coverage. Whether the original events in Point Pleasant were misidentified animals, collective psychological phenomena, or something genuinely unexplained, the Mothman has become one of America's most iconic mysterious entities, a creature of the night sky and the local dread, warning us of things we cannot prevent.